Good morning, everybody. I'm super excited to be here. This is going to be our first session of the Caregiver Survival Series. Let me tell you a little bit why I decided to do this. I work with a lot of amazing moms and dads and grandparents and caregivers, and you guys do a fantastic job taking care of the children and putting them first, and you are great warriors when it comes to taking care of your family and taking care of your special needs child. However, you're not so good at taking care of yourself. So this is why I decided to focus on you this time around. And the first thing that comes to mind is how you guys pick up the kids and go about your day-to-day things without protecting the back. This is super important that you stay super healthy and your back stays super good, in great shape, because that's the only way your child is going to be able to access the world is if you are in good shape. So this is our goal for today. Show you little tricks for maintaining your back healthy and preventing injuries as you go about the business of caring for your child. Statistics show us that 98% of caregivers that deal with physical disabilities end up with low back pain in your lifetime. So it's a very high percentage, and we don't want to be part of that statistics. And if you already are, we need to tame that a little bit and go back to a healthier back, or as healthy as possible at this point. And we're going to try to make it super fun, and we're going to try to keep things in a way that you will remember later, because I know you're busy mamas, you're busy daddies and grandparents. So I really will try to keep it simple. So we're going to start with going with the ABCs of taking care of your back. The most important thing here is the better aligned you are, let me move over here. The better aligned your body is, the better you're going to be able to perform the task at hand. And if you have your moving the tasks closer to your body and your center of gravity, you're going to move better and you're going to use your muscles better. And if you coordinate the right muscles for the right moves, you protect your back. So I'm just giving you the overall idea. So let's think, what are the muscles that are important when it comes to lifting and doing the important transitions, be it your child or a heavy piece of equipment or the wheelchair in and out of the car. The big muscles that you want to use are your thigh muscles, your quads. They are super important and powerful. They are meant for bending and lifting and picking up things or people. And your glutes, your tush muscles, they also are part of that powerful group. They're large muscles and they're meant for lifting. Also your core muscles, all those muscles around your belly button, you're going to have to zip it up, tighten your belly button, because that's to protect your low back as you do all the lifting or transitions. A lot of problems happen not during the lifting itself. Most of it happens during the transition. You pick up the child and you lean over to take him to the chair or to the car or to the grocery cart. The transition can be a huge problem, because when you think about the center of gravity, if you try to reach for something or for your child at arm's length, let's say this way, when you reach, you add 10 times the weight of that object of that person. Let's say you're picking up a kid that is 40 pounds. If you reach without getting close to the child, what you're picking up is a 400-pound child that is taxing on your low back. So if you think about it, this is really what causes the problem. It's not that the child is heavy, it's how you go about the business of lifting the child. So the child is still 40 pounds, but he's feeling like 400 on your low back. So we need to think about that. We're going to start by showing you some stretching exercises, because if you cannot do anything else, if you don't have time, if you're busy, at least throw in some stretches before you start your day. Some of this can even be done in bed before you get out of bed. So it takes 5 minutes for you to do a little bit of low back stretch before you start your day. Let's show you a couple of videos of basics on stretching your low back. And you have to take it at the level that you are. Some people are more flexible. They can bring their knees super close to their body and they can do the swing side to side quite well. If you're not quite there, you start where you are, because you do have to remember to listen to your body. If your body is telling you it's too much, it is too much. And we're not trying to get a sprint going here. We're looking for the marathon. We want to stay at it. And every day, gradually, we'll get better and better. Because the problems that you have with the low back didn't happen overnight. So we're not going to fix it overnight either. But there is hope for us to do better. And let's start with the videos.
This next exercise is also a very good one to release the low back. So you're going to bring your arms into airplane.
Open it up, bring your knees to your chest, and you're going to zip up that belly button as if you really are tightening and protecting. Bring one knee over, hold it there. You can do this for 40 seconds to 1 minute. If you need to help holding that knee, it's quite okay. You can use your hand to help. You're trying to get the side stretch over the lateral part of that leg that's crossing over. Keep your neck soft, keep your shoulders soft, and take deep breaths. This is a good way to get the low back started for the day. Pick up that knee to bring it back. Swing the knees side to side, massaging your low back, and then you switch legs. Again, you do this for like 40 seconds to a minute. And if you feel like you want to stay there a little longer, it's quite okay. But if you do it for like 10 seconds, you really didn't give a chance for the muscle to release. So 40 seconds is the bare minimum. But that can save your day if you start your day with good stretching of the muscles. Okay? The next thing we're going to do is show you the knees to chest, hugging the knees to chest. That also releases the low back quite well. And some people might not be able to bring the knees all the way in, but as I said, you take it where you are. And if you take one knee at a time, it should be a little easier. And try to make your toes look at your nose, because that helps the stretch be just a little more intensified. Again, 40 seconds to a minute is the perfect stretch. If that is easy for you, you can extend one leg. That gets a little more intense, but again, it depends on where you are. And as you get better, this is where you want to go. Keep on challenging your body, keep on challenging your stretching exercises so you can handle things better. And every time you switch legs, you try to massage the low back, side to side, circles, whatever feels good to you. Remembering to keep that neck super soft at all times, because this is not a neck exercise. It's just a low back release exercise. There we go, stretching the other leg. This will be here for you to take a look at it later if you forget. These are just simple, basic exercises that we're doing. This one is a little more intense. You want to be sure that you can see your toes. If you cannot see your toes, you can injure your knee. So that is not a good thing. So you can hold at your waist. And what you're trying to do is to get those sitting muscles stretched out. We do a lot of sitting all day long. So those thigh muscles at the hip are super tight. That the psoas there, it's a very big, powerful muscle. It's quite deep, so you do need to stretch it for at least a minute. And holding on to the chair is going to give you the support that you might need to get in and out of the position. Or you can just hold on to the leg and not go so intense. It's your call. You're going to have to listen to your body and see where you are and progress accordingly. So as you are there, just remember taking deep breaths. It's part of the exercise. When you breathe right, you add the benefit to the exercise. And I cannot stress it enough. You need to be able to see your toes. If you don't see your toes, your leg is too far close to you, and that's a potential injury. You switch legs, try to stay tall, and your neck is aligned with your spine, holding on to your waist, or holding on to the chair, wherever you see the need. If you need, take a deep breath and go back. You might not be able to hold it for the whole minute, so you can take breaks. Come up, breathe, and come back. Eventually, you will be able to stay there for a little longer, like the 1 minute intervals that we're trying to get to. So here we go. We're going to now talk a little bit about another amazing exercise that you can do to release the hip. Everybody talks about having the sciatic pain, and this is a way to address that. You bend one leg over, and if the knee is a little too high, it's quite all right. You're going to get there slowly. Your goal is to fold yourself over the leg, but that might not be possible at the beginning. So just sitting with that position would be sufficient at first. And you want to walk your hands back every time you finish the exercise slowly. So here we go. You project your chest forward and hold it there. Right there might be just perfect. If you feel like you can go further, you can go ahead and fold yourself over the legs. And again, holding it here for a minute, breathing in and out. And then walk your hands back. At first, it's going to feel a little tight, and it's going to be sort of, a discomfort will take over. But as you keep on doing, you'll get better. Here are some strengthening exercises. Once you've done your stretch, you can do strengthening. I need to say this. Every time you're strengthening, you want to line up the shoulders with the wrists and the hips with the knees. They are all lined up. And every exercise that I show here, you want to make sure that your belly button is pushed all the way into the spine. That's how you protect the spine during the exercises. You can do leg lifts, horse kicks, or feet circles. Or you can do lifting the leg and the opposite arm. That's a little more advanced, but you're going to get there slowly. If all you can do in the beginning is the leg work, just do leg work. And then you can progress to adding arms to the leg, and then these diagonal patterns, which is a little more work. But again, we're not going to get there overnight. Our goal is to do a little bit every day, but these are alternatives for when you feel like you're ready for the next level. Keeping the spine long and the neck aligned with the spine. And then you can sit back into child's pose, which is an amazing way to release. You can swing it side to side. After you do your stretching exercises, you always want to do a release as well. Here we go with another strengthening exercise that you could do in bed. Bringing the hips up when your feet are flat, as close to your body as possible. Your shoulders and your neck are super soft, and you just take a deep breath in and out as you go. You can even bring the shoulders in and clasp your hands together to help you release the hips up a little further. And again, keeping that belly button super tight. Then when you're done, release the shoulders and one vertebrae at a time will bring you back to the ground. And again, hug your knees in, swing it side to side. That's the way to protect the lower back in between exercises. Here we go, another strengthening exercise that you can do. You make pillows for your forehead with your hands, and then you release the upper body into the floor, and you're just gonna work the legs this time around. So you try to lift one leg at a time, or both legs if you feel like you can do it. And once that is accomplished, you can always add the arms. And every time in between the strengthening exercises, you might want to do windshield wipe with the legs, because that will keep you soft, the muscle soft after each strengthening exercises. If that is too much for you, you can just do one leg at a time. Like lift the leg and get a feel for it. If your body is not liking that exercise, don't lift it so hard. Don't lift it so high, or you might want to even bend your knee. And if everything is okay and you feel all right, you can do some swimming, which is another good way to progress the exercise. So here we are. I showed you a lot of strengthening and stretching. I know sometimes it can be too much. You don't have to do them all. You can make a commitment to do maybe 2 stretching exercises and 2 strengthening exercises. If you think about it, you have 1 minute each side. So that would be 2 minutes for one stretching exercise and 2 minutes for the one strengthening exercise. So if you do 2 of each, all you're going to do is 8 minutes of your time. In 8 minutes, you can accomplish a lot in terms of starting your day just right. Okay? So I really hope that when you get a chance to take a look at this video again and you revisit where you are with your regimen as far as strengthening your back and protecting your back for your child. You are your child's life. You are the one who's going to facilitate his experience of the world. So we need you super healthy. We need your back in great shape so your child can benefit from all the things he needs to access in the world. And what we're going to do next, before we go anywhere, let me just remind you of something here. We have something really cool going on, which is a drawing. So you can actually enter. If you give us your email on a comment session here, we will be entering you through the Autism Experience Alliance, which is a very cool organization that is in the Tampa Bay area. We are sponsoring, True Blue Therapy is sponsoring this month the date night or spa night or spa evening or spa afternoon if you choose for a parent caregiver. The deal is 4 hours of babysitting with somebody who is trained in behavior and background checking, all that good stuff. And your child is going to be taken care of, so you can go on a date night to a movie or to dinner, or you can just go and pamper yourself at a spa and get a massage or nails done, whatever works for you. So if you enter your email address at our comment session, we will be contacting you back that you've been entered for that drawing, which is happening next week. And then we will let you know if you are the lucky one who won the 4-hour spa or date night, okay? So next thing I want to do, I want to go into the reality of what you go through on a daily basis. I'm going to set up my little scenario here at the back, and we're going to go right into what you actually go through. Instead of me just telling you, I'm going to show you. And you'll see yourself there, because I know mamas, they've been doing this for a while, and sometimes I'm guilty too. Sometimes I will be the one who puts myself in a situation and I say, oh, I should have bent better. I should have reached, in a better position here. But here we go. Let's give it a try. I'm going to set up a few things here. I'm going to put these chairs back here. And pretend that I am driving. I'm driving, and here I am driving, and my child is at the back. So how many times do we do this? Help that child do something. This movement here, impingement of the shoulder is ready to happen because we keep on twisting ourselves, and sometimes that purse is on the back, on the floor, on the back seat. So you're doing one of these, and you're trying to drive and trying to do everything else. Pay attention. And then again, you twist yourself completely in a very awkward angle, and you do this over and over again. These are problems that we need to start avoiding because you don't do it once, you do it all the time. And keep doing that, eventually you're going to have this pain that you don't know where it came from. Well, it came from the repetition of that. So, one thing that you could do, you could have a laundry basket on your on the side, just here on a passenger seat. And your purse can be here, your little pieces of things that you might need throughout the drive will be right here, so you can reach without doing any twist of your back here. That will save you a lot of trouble, and it will keep you safer as you drive. Because we sometimes do some crazy things when we're driving, trying to reach for things. Let's say if you run late, I'm guilty, and you put your shoes there, and you drive with your flip-flops, and you try to get your shoes going at the same time as you stop on the traffic light. That's not always a good thing. So remember, that laundry basket is perfect for something like that. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is when you are putting your child in the car. Let's say this is the back seat, and you're going to get your child in the car. A cushion on the floor of the back seat would help you, because instead of you loading the child, taxing all that extra 10 times the weight of the child into the back, you could put your knee on the floor of the car and actually place your child without having your low back strength. So you're super close to the child, and then you place him here. That also is good for any other things that you're doing as far as loading the car with boxes and groceries. Instead of reaching over to place things over there, if you put your knee on the floor and reach over, you save yourself a lot of trouble with the stress of the low back. Let's say you have a busy child that is in the back, and he drops his toys all the time, and you're trying to reach back, get that toy, reach over, give it to the child, and keep on driving. And you do this over and over again. Your neck is taxing, and so is your low back. Over and over, you're getting that transition in an awkward angle. So my suggestion is something simple like a strap on the back of on the chair here, and you can make it as short as you want, and clip toys for your child here. So he's not going to drop the toy. So what you can do is you can reach for that strap and give it to the child just like that. You won't have to do any twisting. Or he or she will be able to grab the toy that is hanging from that strap. So that's a lifesaver for the kids who keep on dropping their toys. And a lot of times, this is their game, which is a cool game when you're not driving. But when you're driving, it's not the best game. And you want to keep your child entertained and calm during the drive, so this will help you. Another thing that I want to tell mamas is the purse. Sometimes you have that huge bag with everything under the sun, and you have the bag here, and everything else in your arms, plus your child, right? So this a fabric purse that it folds and molds into your body is your best bet. And what you can do, you can have it. If the strap is a little shorter, it's best. Let me try this again. This is too short, but a shorter strap will keep the purse from going too far from your center of gravity. So you do want it close to your waist where your center of gravity is. And a soft, you'll have some cute purses that are also made out of fabric and fold and mold into your body. So invest in something closer to your body and that molds closer to your center of gravity, closer to your belly button here. So that way you are also saving your back. Let's talk about some of the, okay, before we go there, let me just talk about this strap. Everybody thinks that this will save their lives, that they can do things however they're going to do, as long as they have this, they're safe. Not necessarily. This is an external piece of elastic. So it will work as a great reminder on what you need to do and where you need to be as far as tucking your belly button and using the right muscles, but it really doesn't do the trick. It's more like a reminder. If you use this and you still use the wrong muscles, you're still going to be putting that pressure on your lower back. So you have this here, and you can put it snug, but if you're still doing this when you're reaching for your child, this didn't do anything. This is a good reminder. If it's snug enough that, oh, my belly button is here, let me use it. So let me use my quads. Oh, my belly button is here and super tight. So let me not twist because it feels uncomfortable. Usually, it covers your whole rib cage area, and that tells you not to twist too much either. So as a reminder, this is a fantastic tool, but you've got to rely on your knowledge of how to protect the muscles. Let's do some laundry here, because you know some of you guys do more laundry than others, depending on what you have. Let's say you have to unload the washer. Normally what we do is this. And again, those heavy blankets, they are wet. So let's say they weigh 10 pounds, the heavy blankets. But now, because you did this, it's 10 times 10 that you're lifting. Right there, you added 100 pounds to your low back with one blanket. So what we're going to try to do here is lift one leg as you reach. You can use one hand to help you brace yourself. The other hand reaches and one leg comes up. And that's how you're going to unload. If you make this a habit, everybody's going to think that you're becoming a ballerina at home, which is super cool. You can be the ballerina. That relieves the low back. That simple task will relieve the low back problems that you're having just by doing it right. Now, let's say we put everything in a laundry basket. Now we're going to have to load the dryer. Not everybody's going to have a dryer that is up here. A lot of people are going to have a dryer that is opening down on the floor, close to the ground. So the things on the laundry basket are down here. So we need to load that dryer. So the way to do it, you can, again, have the cushion on the floor, which is not always realistic because we don't always have that. But if you do half kneeling, this unloads your low back. It's best to be here. And then you can reach and close to you, bring things into the dryer. Pick it up and close to you, pick up instead of reaching from far. We try to multitask, get something from here and something from there. So the closer you are to what you're doing, the lower the problem, the less problems you're going to have on your back because it's less pressure on your low back. So bring the objects closer to you and lean into it using the quads, using the glutes, and using your belly muscles. Let's say you drop something on the floor. Let's see, we have some toys here. A lot of times we're going to do this. Oh, it's a very light toy, but it can become a problem because you lift 20 of those every hour. So when you think about it, 20 toys like this every hour, over and over, the repetition will get to you. So again, you're going to lift one leg, ballerina style, but you can even do a full leg lift right here. Let's put it on the floor again. And if you want to work on your tush muscles as you do that, squeeze that muscle. So watch me. I'm using my picking up toys as my strengthening exercise. And because you also have to make your belly button super tight, you're working your core. So as you clean the toys from the floor, you can actually add strengthening and stability exercises and relieving your low back from getting all this extra pressure. Okay? So that's that for, let me talk about one of my favorites, especially us Floridians. We love these. We love the flip-flops. But if you're going to be doing a lot of lifting, flip-flops are not your best because it doesn't stabilize your foot the way you need. And if you do need to get fit, if it's a must, you want to try the flip-flops that have the top strap. That have the top strap. You don't need the bling bling if you don't want it, but just that extra strap that goes on the top of the foot really helps stabilize. But again, if you're going to do a lot of lifting, transitioning, getting in and out of the car, picking up your child all the times, your best bet is tennis shoes, something closed with a bag that will protect your back, and it's going to keep you safe when you do all those transfers. A lot of the parents do prepare their own feeding tube food for the kids. So there's a lot of chopping and peeling at the sink. One thing that I try to show parents that you might want to use is a step stool by the kitchen sink. So if you have it there, so you are working on a countertop right here. You can put one foot on that step stool, and that way you relieve the low back. So you can chop and peel and then you switch. Keeping the low back relief as you do it. Because over and over, if you keep arching your back and working here, the pressure is sitting there. The step stool in the kitchen is a great way to relieve that pressure on your back. Now we're going to bring our mascot. This kid is going to show us how we normally do things and how we need to do a little different. Let me clear this area. And just another reminder, if you want to enter that drawing to win your 4-hour babysitting date night, just give us your email on that comment line, and we will be sure to enter you on the drawing that is happening next week. Okay, give me a handsome. Okay, this is Avery. He's going to demonstrate to us the things that we need to do differently. So, a lot of times, what parents do, if they're waiting at, let's say, at the doctor's office, the child is here, sitting and you're sitting, and the child is a little fussy. What parents do is don't keep twisting. And you're trying to take care of that fussy baby, or adjust his shirt, or adjust the position, you keep doing things, and then your back is twisted over and over. So, if you're at the doctor's office, or whatever you are, therapy, you're sitting and waiting, your best bet is to be sitting sideways. So you can actually be more interactive towards your child, and your back is not twisting as you engage with him. If you are feeding your baby, the best position is actually facing the baby, right here. So you are not twisting your back. It's best for the child, it's best for the mom. The feeding is more interactive, and he is socializing, so it's something that you want to do anyways. Another thing that we see a lot is when we are taking the child out of the chair. Let's say, to undo the abductor pad here, a lot of parents are over here and they are already twisting themselves and trying to make this happen. And all the twisting is happening, the low back is being pressured here. The way to do this is get closer, as close as you can to the chair. Face the child, and then lower the abduction pad. You can keep your knees bent, or you can again lift one leg kind of behind you halfway, not all the way, but that will help you unload the back. If you have something a little more complicated, you might want to actually squat all the way down and really get close to the activity at hand. Now, you don't even have your seatbelt on. Okay, to pick up the child. If you're picking up the child from here, again, 40 pounds times 10. We don't want to make him weigh 400. We want to make him stay at 40, so we're going to get closer to him. I am left-handed, so I am going to go this way. The closer I am to him, the better it is for me. One very important thing, a wide base of support. If I keep my feet together to pick him up, I'm not using the muscles correctly. The thigh muscles are meant to work strongly from a squatting position. So if you spread the feet apart, you actually distribute the weight better. So you're going to squat with a wide base of support, get close to the child. Your center of gravity is going to be closer to the child here. Let's go, big boy. Let's go. And pick him up. Turn, turn, turn. Look up. Where's my boy? Come here. Come here. Where's mama? You see her? Okay. Another thing that parents do. Get the child. Let's see. I don't even know how to do that because I don't do that all. They will put the child right here and try to open that car door and do all that stuff. And everything is loading here. That, you don't do it once in a lifetime. You do it daily several times. So I'm going to show you the best way to take care of it. Bring the kid close to you so you have control of his trunk, of his head. He's closer to you. If you must open the door with him in your arms, you want him bend one leg close to you, and then you are here, opening the door. You might even spread the feet apart and get there. But this is where you go. Not twisting your back. We got that? Nobody here does that. Ever. Now, we have to do some floor time. The kids need to be on the floor. They need to play. So let's move this chair out of the way. To get down to the floor with the kids, this is not going to work. Again, those 40 pounds are going to be loading your low back. So how are we going to do this? We're going to go down half kneeling. So you can do a wide base of support and then put one knee down. My back, the child is super close to me. I'm going to do it again. I have his back against my belly, and my belly button is zipped up. One step back, kneel. My back didn't feel it. My quads did, so this is why I need to strengthen them. And now we're going to go to the floor and play. So you can play? Are we going to play? Yeah. One thing we need to remember. the load that you are taking from the floor is very different than the load you're taking down to the floor. Look at you looking so tall and handsome. So to put your child down is one task. To pick up your child is another task. So you might not be able to do it as easily as you did. This is why you need to test the load before you pick them up. Let's see if my quads will take it. So I'm going to go half kneeling. Can I do it? I think I can. But if I think I cannot do it, let's not go there. Let's find somebody to help. Or let's not do floor time until you have somebody who can help you. Maybe floor time needs to happen when other family members are around. Floor time might not be able to happen as just the caregiver and the child. Because this is our reality. When your legs get a little stronger, you might say, now I think I can. So then you're going to go half kneeling, push. My back didn't do anything because I kept the child super close to me and I used the quads, the muscles that are meant for that. Go in. What else do we need to talk about, Avery? Let's think. I think I have most of everything that we talked about. So once again, thank you very much for joining us. Now we're going to open for questions. If you have any questions about what we just did, we can go over them. I'll try to answer at my best ability. And as we play here, we'll be waiting for you. Are we just going to play here? Look up. And when you play with your child on the floor, the closer you are to him, if he's a child that needs physical assistance, the better it is for your body. So bending your knees. Oh, let me show this as well. Let's say your child is on the floor and you're changing him. If he needs a change, you don't want to do it from this kneeling over position. You want to actually sit on the floor or on the bed, wherever you are. Bend one knee so you can get closer to him. And then you do what you want to do. Dress him or change him or roll him over, whatever you're doing. So that one knee bend is always a good way to do it. You're going to pick him up. Here we go. Let's see how we're going to do this. Bending one knee. Get your body close to his body. And then you pick him up. Dun, dun, dun. Here we are. And the back is protected. Did we do a good job? Did we do a good job? We did. We did, didn't we? Okay. Are we good? Okay. Well, we don't have any questions, so we thank you again. We're going to end this, and we'll see you next month.